Doing at my house.
I don't get this. Because to me, the ladies
We're addressing the ladies first.
But, so I just want to
undressing.
formal.
Did you say undressing?
We're addressing the ladies first.
I'm all for that.
Undressing the ladies first.
No, that's later. Okay. Anyway,
Promise is promise.
I do have an answer to the question. You know why? Why do the ladies go last?
Because it's like holding the door open.
You
You're being
remain
a gentleman
second.
by paving the
wish.
way.
What's a gentleman?
It's because
You have to
they
go
always
fast
have
every
to
time.
have.
What's a gentleman?
The last word.
Oh.
Brand new.
That's
Look
terrible.
at Janet's face. I know.
To the
Janet's
last word.
To the last word. Yes, to the
Turn
last
the
word.
camera, Janet. Turn the camera. Turn the camera onto your own
All
face.
right.
Turks
Okay, I want to welcome everybody. This is my third to the Lassies.
Come here for it.
Save your applause
Depending
till
on
the
who you ask,
end.
It's Casey's second.
It's Casey's second.
This is my first one here. I haven't been here since the Steinberg administration.
We're
Okay.
Here, we're here to celebrate the
Let's
birthday
listen.
of Robert Burns. 2 years ago, I did my last one. Now, because I made a mistake, I had to actually serve a 1 year suspension. So this is my time back to the, because what happened ago is I must confess that I asked this question, I had pictures, said, what do Robbie Burns and the famous 1950s TV and movie superhero Collie, named Lassie, have in common? And I had pictures, and I had pictures of Timmy, and Janet.
Macaulay.
Babe.
Suspension.
And I presented
Suspension.
these pictures. My wife gently corrected me. What did you say, dear?
Babe, don't embarrass me again. I said it's lassies, like lass. Lass, like a girl.
Not Lasties. That's a different name.
Ooh, I'll play a rousing game of Lassies.
Anyway, I was absolutely humiliated, and I served my suspension, and now I'm back. So I want to let you know that
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay, distinguished guests, dear friends, Casey, Matt.
It's like a roast. I love it.
Two people understood that. We're glad.
Oh my god.
It's a great honor to share. Let's start laughing here. No, I'm crying on the inside. To speak with you this evening. This year, I spent a great deal of time preparing for tonight's
I bet.
presentation. And sarcasm is obviously at the forefront of this thing. So, I did quite a bit of research, and I was horrified with some of the humor that people do on these nights. Because I think we should be.
That's disgusting.
It was horrible. Let me give you a couple of examples. My wife's shaking me off.
Oh, shoot.
Well, we start.
Do it.
Well, let's do. To me, my background was in law enforcement, public safety. So let me do a law enforcement story. Man, it's in his mid-40s. Bought a new BMW and was out on the interstate obviously this isn't you, for a nice evening drive. He had the top down, it was breeze, warm, blowing through what was left of his hair. And he decided to see what the engine could do. He jumped it up to 80 miles an hour, and suddenly he had red lights and sirens flashing behind him. And
Oh, it's probably a cop or something.
somebody who's had an experience.
I got busted on a low-speed
Keep
chase.
going. Cooper, thank you. He says, you know what? This guy's got a Ford. I can beat the crap out of this in the BMW. So he took it up to 100 miles an hour to realize helicopter. He wasn't going to get away. So
This
he
is
decided
OJ.
to
Are
pull
you talking
over.
about OJ?
No, it wasn't. This was just somebody.
Wait,
speaking.
Bronco.
So he decides to pull over. The cop comes up to him and took his license and without a word examined it. And he said, son, it's been a long day, and I'm not going to try and do an Irish accent. Son, it's been a long day.
Scottish.
You're at the wrong night.
The cop was Irish in the story. I'm sorry. Oh.
We're gonna skip that part.
No, that's not good.
What's Irish and stays out all night long? Patio furniture. Hidely doodly doodly doo.
Okay.
You did that joke
He
last
said,
year.
No hijacking. No hijacking.
Okay, in the middle of a punch.
Okay.
So anyway,
I'm tired. I've been on all day. I've written up about 100 tickets today.
It's got a good quota.
Is there anything you can say to me, any excuse, where I don't have to write this ticket and do the paperwork on it? Thinks for a second and goes, last week, my wife ran off with a cop.
Story.
I was afraid you were trying to give her back.
Oh.
The officer said, young man, here's your license.
Oh, shoot.
Shave and a haircut.
Good one.
So, I mean, that's an example of just the horrific
It's terrible.
things
It's
you
just
see.
really
It's
awful.
terrible.
I'll drink a little bit of the Irish
Cooper.
whiskey in honor of that.
I'm not going to do the robbing bank one. My wife said, don't you dare.
Yes,
You must.
Well, if let's vote. No.
Go ahead and do it.
A man walks into the bank, he rolls up. This is kind of violent, so if you're...
Okay.
It's gratuitous violence.
We're good. We're good.
La, 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 la,
Thanks for
la,
the trigger warning.
They're not coming out.
He holds up the bank at gunpoint.
Ooh.
In the process of robbing the bank, the mask kind of slips off his face a little bit. He shoves it back, and he's...
Slippery mask.
He put it back on his face, but he said, he asked the teller next to him, he said, did you see my face? And she said,
We spell it out.
he shoots and kills her.
The cop to it, bro.
Cold as ice.
And then he turns to
Did you
the
get
teller on the
stitches?
other side, and he begins, he says, did you see it? She said, shoots and kills her. It's terrible.
Mario, why did you write
Then he
this?
turns
story?
to a man, hey, you guys voted on it.
Yes.
He then turned to a man, a customer who just happened to be in the bank when the robbery was taking place. He says, how about you? Did you see my face? And he goes, no, sir, but I think my wife might have seen it.
That's really good.
That's actually great.
To the Lassies. Doesn't get any better.
We
Doesn't.
had this discussion earlier. He says, whatever you do, don't tell that one.
That's the best one. I'm gonna say that to my clients, all the females.
All the female.
Okay, one more.
All right,
Since
yeah.
you're having such a good time.
It's hilarious.
Janice, put an end to this.
All right.
You voted.
You did. I heard.
I'm
I
glad I
got
voted.
it.
Continue. It's totally working. These are great.
Woman's
Yes,
working.
hey,
She's
that's
she's had her children. Her kids are
regular
now
Sam
grown
Kinison.
or
Okay.
almost grown. She's working, getting to re-enter the workforce, and now that her kids are grown up. And before applying anywhere, she went to the doctors to have her annual physical before she could apply for this job. Well, she just was ready to do this.
Riveting.
So
Women's work.
when she returned, her husband noticed that she was like really kind of upbeat and happy and just feeling good. And
That's your problem, right?
so he asked, "What are you so happy about, honey?" He says, "Well, I've just been to the doctors, had my annual physical. He said that I have a body of a 20-year-old and a heart of a 16-year-old." Which the husband fires back, "What about your 57-year-old ass?" She didn't even hesitate. She goes, "No, your name didn't come up."
To the Lassies. To the Lassies.
That's like a Jewish
True
comedy.
story.
Oh, that's
True story.
Jerry Seinfeld up there.
Okay.
What's the deal
One
with
of
the
the
ladies?
ladies, Daniel did, is he moves right along, so we kind of balance this out a little bit. Dan covered a lot of stuff that I have about Robert Burns because the fact is, he was a common man with a scholar's ability to put words and music together like nobody has ever done.
Oh.
He's called the people's poet. He went through a lot of different things about him. But the fact is that it talks about some of the poems. Going through it real quickly,
that part.
skipping it. Yeah, I'm just going.
Yes, skip.
These things, and finally,
Skip to the end.
he became the status he so enjoyed, were it not for the fact that he was surrounded by remarkable women. He held them very dear to his heart and looked at them as a source of comfort, inspiration, and strength. We're here tonight as men who are also surrounded by remarkable women. We meet here as couples to celebrate
Well, some
the women that we love. Yeah, well, it's still in our hearts. And so we thank God for making Robert Burns. So I close with prepare a toast.
Mm-hmm.
I want to quote the second stanza of Burns' poem,
George Costanza.
Saw Ye Bonnie Lass. As I read these words, I want you to consider your brides, even if they aren't here.
Aww.
If they're not here, you can still consider them, because they are in your hearts,
You have to
Casey.
stand up for a while.
So consider this so I say this to my bride, to Janet. I say, to see you is to love you, and love but you forever. For nature made you what you are, and never has made another.
Oh.
To our lassies.
Beautiful.
Aww.
And now
Aww.
To our lassies, whether they're here or
To
not.
Lisa.
Our classy lassies.